Okay, so what I'll do is I'm going to share with you a sample because I don't know about you, but it always helps me to see an example of a confidence card, or whenever I'm learning something new, I always like to see an example. So let me just pull this up. Now, in my case, I use my confidence card as a behind the scenes tool, but I have had clients who have created their confidence cards, branded them, made them all beautiful, and they use it as a visual marketing piece. So it's totally up to you. Here we go. Okay. So here's my confidence card. Like I said, I keep it very simple. And I'm not using it to read it word for word. It just keeps things organized for me, right? So I like to have at the top, feel free to take screenshots if you want. I like to just have a simple title, and then this package, right? This VIP package is designed for these people, right? I kept mine pretty broad since I customize it to the person, right? So who is it for? What do they want? And then imagine where you'll be after your VIP experience. So again, this is just to do a little bit of grounding around it. And then this is the part I get most excited about. Here are the benefits to you. Okay. So this is where I'm thinking about, what do I often hear my ideal clients want? Okay. So what you see in bold is what I often hear from them. They want to gain clarity on how to attract more of their right fit clients. And I support it through a deep dive business assessment on where you are now, where you want to go, what to release, what to focus on. So I would initially write down, what are they saying in their own words that they really want? And then how can you support them through it? So if I was on a call with someone and I had this in front of me and I could tell that they were a great fit for a VIP day, I would say something along the lines of, based on what you shared with me, what I would recommend is that we do a VIP day together, and here's why. And I'd speak into the why. And I'd say, and one of the things that we're going to do is we're going to gain clarity on how you can attract more of your right fit clients. So we'll take a look at your current marketing strategy, entrepreneurs. Who is it that you're serving or wanting to serve? So I would speak into the benefits to them. Of course, take what's relevant to you, identify your best next actionable steps, receive coaching and guidance on the top 3 areas. Again, I customize mine. So I like having this kind of cheat sheet in front of me when I'm on a call with somebody. And then we get into the logistics, right? Here's what you'll receive. Okay, one of my best tips that I can give you today is this first one right here. If you remember nothing else and you start offering VIP days, please add this in. Here's why. I believe the reason why my VIP days have been a success, like on the fulfillment side of things, is because of this one thing that I do within a week prior to their VIP day. You can do it for 15 minutes or 30 minutes, but it's a 30-minute intention setting call within a week prior to your VIP day to set yourself up for success. The reason why I do this is that oftentimes my VIP days are in person. So they're not happening a week from now. They're happening maybe 3 weeks or more from now. And I don't want for our next time to connect for them to be showing up at my doorstep. So ideally, especially if it's not happening within the next week, I would say schedule an intention setting call. You could call it a grounding call, a prep call within a week prior to your VIP day. And it can sound something like this. Okay, I'm looking at Giselle right now. So say Giselle was my VIP day client. We get on a call and I'd say, hey, Giselle, I'm so looking forward to seeing you on our VIP day this coming Friday. Today is our intention setting call. Super pumped about this. So from today's vantage point, what would you like to get out of our VIP day together? And then take notes on what they say. So the reason that I like to do this is to really gain clarity on what's most important to them as we're closer to the VIP day. I want to make sure I take notes on what they say so I can bring those notes to the VIP day as my guiding light to really lead a powerful customized day for them. It's also great for managing expectations. Every once in a while, I've had a client who said, I want to do this and this and this and this and this. I'm like, hold up, it was one day, not a year, right? So I'll say, I'll just be honest with them. I'll say my VIP day clients who've gotten the most success out of our day together have focused on less areas and gone deeper than trying to cram in way too much where you walk away super overwhelmed and it was coming from a place of lack, right? And scarcity. So it's a way to manage expectations and to be on the same page closer to the day. This is what has helped me get a testimonial every time. because I make sure to have this at the VIP day. And also at the VIP day, at the halftime, like before lunch, I do a quick check-in. I'll say, okay, let's check in with our intention setting notes. So we've covered this and this so far. How are you feeling about that now? Do you want to spend more time on this after lunch? Or are you complete with this? Can we move on to the next thing to go into planning, whatever it is? So that way I'm always checking in with them. It's not about me, it's about them, okay? I do this about an hour before the ending of the day as well. I'll say, hey, we've got about an hour left. Let's do a check-in with our intention setting notes. Have we stayed true to it? Are you clear on this, clear on that? Great, do you want to spend the next hour on this or that? And we're good to go. Then we got the full day here. And you can decide the length of your VIP day, totally up to you. I had a mentor once where a VIP day with her was 4 hours, and I'd arrive at her house and we just get right into it. And it was like fast and furious. It was nonstop. I'm a connector, right? I like to take my time. So I like to have coffee in the morning and a nice luxurious lunch together. So my in-person days are a little bit longer to include that as a part of the experience. If I do a virtual day, it is a little shorter typically. But again, you can decide what works for you, okay? And then afterwards, I like to also include one 45-minute coaching session after within 30 days. And the reason why I like to have this is to close any loops. It could be for accountability purposes. So say they start implementing what they've learned, if they have any questions. This is also great for upselling. So say that you have another offer that you feel is perfect for your VIP day client, then I always like to wait till the last 5 minutes of this call, because I want to honor this as a coaching session. But I'll say to them, this has been such a joy working with you, and I can see how I can potentially help you implement what we come up with for you in this area. Would you like to hear what that would look like? And then we either continue the conversation if we both have time at the end, or I might say, why don't we schedule another call the next day or two, and then we can talk about what that would look like to see if that's a fit for you. Some of my favorite clients started the VIP day, and then we continued on in some capacity, 3, 6, 12-month program afterwards. So this is great for upselling, okay? And then there's the pricing. I currently charge $15K, or I do a special rate for past or current clients. And then here's the other piece that I like to do is to pick my dates, right? I've been busy with the launch, so I haven't had as many dates on the calendar for this year, but in the past I've picked my dates. So that way you're in charge of your calendar, not them. So you could even say that you said you want to do them quarterly. I would plan ahead and put dates on your calendar and then fill in those dates. That way, when you're on a call with someone and they're wanting a VIP day, you could say, I have 2 available in the next couple months, one on February 23rd, one on March 29th. Which one of those works best for you? And of course, if they're like, oh, neither one of those works for me, I'll say, okay, let's both pull up our calendars right now and let's find a date that works for both of us. So you don't have to stay so strict to it if it doesn't work for both you and them. But I just have found that it keeps me organized and true to myself, that I'm not just letting them take over my calendar, that I'm saying these are the dates I have available. Got it? So by having a confidence card, I just have found it's helped with messaging, keeping things organized, being clear with the deliverables. Here's another tip. For anyone who's like, I really do want to charge a higher amount, but I'm struggling with it. I felt the same way. You can always decide to make this a VIP experience where you kick things off with a VIP day and then offer 60 or 90 days of private coaching. Now it's a 2 or 3 month package that includes a VIP day. And that's the emphasis, is that we kick things off with that. To me, that was a way for me to really kind of have like training wheels, like, okay, I can wrap my head around $5,000 if it's a 3-month coaching package. Now it's a steal of a deal. Now I'm highly enrolled. And then slowly but surely I made it true to an actual VIP day. Yeah. See, yeah, I'm seeing some of you like, brilliant. Yes, it really helped me. And then for those of you who want to start, like, you're like, okay, I want to charge 10,000, but I'm not there yet. Start at 5,000 and then sell 1 or 2 at 5,000, then bump it up to 6,500 or 7,500. Just keep giving yourself a raise until you're where you want to be. Because at the end of the day, your VIP day client isn't thinking about you and your limiting beliefs at all. That's on you, right? So it's just about us building our own belief in what we're creating. Cool.